Hello and welcome to the Blue Tweezers. Don't even know my own channel. Blue Tweezers
Yes,
channel with Alan from the channel. Hello everybody, and with my regular opponent on a Sunday afternoon evening. It's Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Give it up, everybody. Although we won't be able to
hello
hear
there, everyone.
you. Right, and we're continuing with our Battle for Normandy, Omaha Beach. Saga. Let me just send out a few notes just so everybody knows that we're live. And yeah, there we go. That one. That one. Just a couple more.
We are just finding you on the
go.
map. There we are.
And last one. There we go. Good. Okay. Right. So we were at the end of the AM turn. So that was the landing turn, which I think went all right. I mean, it's never going to go brilliantly.
No.
In the game, but it ended up not bad. And the usual, if everybody can hear us, and JBX, hello mate, just let us know you can hear us and see us as we're waving in the corner, and you hear both of us. You should be able to. Do you want to say something, Ruff, just to make sure my levels look okay?
Everybody, just say hi if you're in the chat and let us know if everything's chickadee boo. So
yeah, looks all right from here. Everything's green.
yeah, I can hear you. It's
yes.
whether or not we can hear us.
Yeah, indeed, a usual thing. But anyway, let's assume so far, but we'll keep an eye.
Yeah.
So if you followed the last live stream on this, we did the AM turn, which was a special turn. It's almost a little sub game in its own right, quite different from the actual full game and the normal turn sequence. And we got through it. It was effectively like three little mini turns in a row, where there was a lot of firing backwards and forwards, and even actually a different combat system done on dice rolls against d10s against effectively the total of the firepower values and in a firing hex. So this all now changes. So we are on to the June 6th PM turn. There's three turns in a day, and just a couple of things which I didn't do, which I've kind of tidied up here, is firstly is the replacements. So Ruff, it's on your side. So just heading over to just above Gold Juno and Sword on the map, you actually record step losses in the game, either armor or and infantry separately. And so I've calculated what they were. And for every 5 of those step loss types, you get a replacement back. So it's like a straggler kind of thing. So and I've got I calculated you had 5 5 armor step losses, and you had 10, 12 infantry step losses. So that corresponds now to you have 1 armor replacement and 2 infantry replacements available, and we should put the step losses back to 0 once we've done that. So those are available during the replacement phase, which is actually not now. So it's always at the beginning of an AM turn. It's on the on the night turn actually. It's a special extra night phase for doing things like that. So we've done that. Also, the sequence on June the 7th, and this is actually a modification to the original rulebook. It was kind of an errata because it looks a bit odd now, because rules have written, it says that everything that didn't land now comes available as a reinforcement in the next turn, but you don't get a reinforcement phase until the night. So what the hell happens? So actually, what you need to do is you get an extra sort of mini reinforcement phase for the Americans at the beginning of PM, June 6th, to place your reinforcements. So this will pretty much be the first thing we'll do on the PM turn, because you go first in the turn. It's I go, you go here.
Right.
And what we did is we placed a beachhead marker, Omaha beachhead marker, and we placed it on, what is it, easy red.
Easy red.
So all the other boxes around here in the sea and these white boxes, all these are now completely irrelevant. They do nothing for you. All it is about easy red and the 3 hexes between the beachhead marker and the beach. So from now on, each of those hexes has a stacking limit of 4 units of any size. Okay.
Right. 4 counters. Yep.
Yeah, 4 counters. So effectively it'll be battalions, but possibly it'll be pretty much going to be battalions.
Yeah.
And when you land, effectively what happens is every movement phase of each turn, you shift them forward. So the ones in phase 1 land on any of the adjacent beach hexes, subject to stacking. Well, you've got the 6 stacking points per hex limit. And then phase 2 moves to phase 1, and phase 3 moves to phase 2. And if there's a traffic jam, you do as best you can, moving things forward. And then in the next reinforcement phase, you will you'll then get another set of stacks, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Are those the ones that are floating in the sea at the moment?
that's right. But what we should do is you should only land the ones that didn't make it. They were placed but didn't make it last turn. So just determining which ones they are. I think it's the flipped ones from the 29th Division on the left, the blue ones.
Yeah.
It's the flipped ones, those 3.
Yeah.
It's the 2nd Rangers, because they didn't manage to land at Point de Hoc, they failed.
Yeah.
It's the flipped armour battalion, the 743rd, and I believe it's the rest of the 18th Regiment, I think, is on the red side.
Yeah.
I think those, and possibly the 1st of the 26th as well. So those should be the first ones in the queue before you put anything else in. All right. So that'll be the first thing we'll be doing. Fred, hi. Welcome. Yeah, so essentially what's what you need. Normally you don't do this in a normal turn. You do this at night. But just for this for the purposes here, you'll do this. I'm thinking that we've only got 1 turn till night, so presumably you'll only stack 1, I suppose. One
hex.
one of those hexes, because
Yeah.
or maybe you just
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so I think it's worth only putting one hex in, although you may want to put the whole lot in, just so the job's mostly done, because phase 2 and phase 3 will become phase 1 and phase 2, and then you'll pack in phase 3 afterwards during the night. We can do that, I suppose. I think that's fine if you want to do it that way, so we get it out of the way. So then you'll have 1, 2, and 3 for the next day. There is a restriction on landing like this, and remember there was the fact that you had to land by companies before on the first during the first turn. Okay, so normally you can't land if there's a Zoc on the beach you're landing on. However, you can land 1 battalion. Okay.
Yeah.
And if that causes an overstack, then you actually have to remove units to go back into stacking. So if you want to bring something forward, you can kind of eliminate your units on the beach just to make sure they fit. But that's a restriction,
Right.
as far as I can see. But that's presumably that's for each hex. So, but Easy has a Zoc, Easy Red, all the three that next to Easy have Zocs on them. So you're going to be restricted anyway to landing 1 battalion per. But I'm not sure that'll be a problem anyway, because I think you're pretty stuffed with stacking points on those beaches at the moment. It's going to be a congestion thing that's going to carry on. All right. Bee Cafe, hi, thanks for joining us. Go for it. I just want to make sure that I'm actually the Germans. I am the Germans, yeah, that's fine. I was just checking that I was on the right side, because I was, fiddling with this a bit, doing the replacements and stuff earlier.
Okay, right.
So start of your turn. So usually the turn sequence for a player turn is you flip your artillery units. You don't have any yet. You have your movement phase, then your combat phase, then your mech movement phase. So don't have any artillery, and you have this special reinforcement phase. So you want to stack up on the run into Easy Red at the moment with your stuff.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you reckon it's this? These two?
Just stack the whole lot up, and we'll sort it out as we go through. So in the night turn, you'll just add a new phase 3.
You know, it's those. You said it's the reduced ones, yeah.
Yeah. So it could be whichever one. So could be whatever units that was there. So the tank company, sorry, the tank battalion, the flip tank battalion, but it can be there, and the guys from the 1st Infantry Division can be part of it as well. So you can mix and match as you like, and the Rangers, of course, as well.
Oh, the Rangers. So,
and you've got the Rangers as well, and the infantry, the 3 infantry battalions from the big red one. I think the ones with the move, the brown corner, those 3 can be pushed in as well.
I can't get them all on. It's 6, isn't it? You said.
It's 4. For stacking in these phase hexes, these assault hexes, it's 4 counters. To put them actually on the beach, it's a limit of 6 stacking points. And I can't really. Can I look at your unit? So you've got 5 stacking points on Easy Green. You've got 5 on Easy Red and 4. So you're a bit stuck. So it might be worth putting the Rangers on, because at least they can land and stack properly.
Let's take those off a minute, because just put them on individually. You mean?
No. You stack 4 in phase 1. I'm just looking at, for you to actually move onto the beach without overstacking. You've got, as far as stacking space goes, one beach has got 1 point. The other beach, the central Easy Red, has got 1 point, and Fox has got 2 points available. So seeing as everything's landing is, with the exception of the Rangers, is 3 points. You can't really land anything unless you want to destroy something that's already there.
Right. Yes. It's 6 points total. Yeah, that's the black number in the black circle.
That's correct. Yeah. Just
so I can put the Rangers on. We've got.
Yeah, so Rangers will probably be a good thing.
I'm not putting them in phase 1.
Yeah, you put things in phase 1 now. Yes.
So how many can I put in phase 1? That's
4
6
counters. Doesn't matter what the stacking value is. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one of the red ones. I don't know. You want to do
that's 4.
All the blues. Yeah, and now you can do phase 2. You can put 4 counters there.
I see what I'm saying. Yeah, I think I'll take that one out and put one of the big red. Was it the first 26? Is it, or the?
It's the 3 on the left side. They've got a little brown moved.
Oh, I see.
Thing in the corner. One of those. Yeah.
Gotcha. Right.
Okay, and then in phase 2, you can put, I think, the rest. Then, isn't it? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You can stick the rest of the 4 battalions that were. And then in phase 3, you get a choice of what you put in. Anything that's on here, including artillery.
Oh no, that couldn't get on. Plus, those. 1, 2. Is that it?
Yeah, now you might want to think about doing artillery units as well, and there's of course the HQs as well. So if you want to, so the
Right.
supply source is the beachhead. So if you
Yeah.
want to go beyond the beachhead, you're going to have your HQs on to supply yourself. But I think you're probably all right for the moment. But to get very far, you're
I need those.
you're going to need those as well. And those are the little 016 counters with the
Yeah.
coloured band at the top. Yeah. So, but up to you. Artillery units may be useful as well. You know, in what we're looking at is what's going to land in 2 turns, at least 2 turns time is what's going in phase 3 at the moment.
Right.
Because it's one of those hexes per turn, if you can fit everything in.
So what we got here? We've got 1.
So you'll need to put what was remaining. I think you did that. So yeah. And
3.
then, yeah.
And then shall we put the HQ
one.
on?
Yeah, you got one of the 29th artillery units. HQs are also good for recreating any units you lost as well. So when you want to build those back up, you need your HQs as well. But again, I think you're all right for the moment.
Let me. I'm going to put some more artillery on there then. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't got much of an idea what I'm doing, but there we go. We're done.
It looks okay to me. Looks fine to me.
Okay.
Looks okay to me. Okay, so now we've got the movement phase. So, so you everything can move. The third number is its movement factor. It costs nothing to move into a Zoc, but it costs 2 to leave a Zoc unless you leave a unit behind to cover you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's called holding the line.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Other than that, you can move. I'm not sure it'll be moving very much because you want to get rid of what's in front of you. But
yeah.
The armor won't be able to come up the bluffs. It will have to go through the drawers. So that's the little channels in the red border. Sorry, brown border.
There. Yeah. I'm just see it there. Okay.
Yeah.
There isn't.
And I think you've got a terrain effects chart. So beach is 1 for everything.
Hold on.
Open is 1. Farmland is 2. Village is irrelevant. Whatever else there is there. So yeah. So when you get to the green bit, it's going to cost you 2 movement points to move in. So you could. So your guys on easy red, you've got a company there and probably a battalion underneath. They could move into the village.
Yeah.
That would cost you 4, and I think that's all because you're going through the draw.
Hold on. Town. The other terrain, it says. Is that right? Or village? Is that a village or a town?
That's a village. So it's that sort of grey that you can see stuff underneath. It's the black that's a town.
So it's OT, other terrain, I suppose that means.
Yeah, so ignore the village. It's just farmland. So it's 2. But, actually, hang on a minute. You're in a Zoc and you're trying to move to a Zoc. You can't do that. You have to move to somewhere which isn't a Zoc. So you can't get through there. Because there isn't a hex free of Zocs at the moment. I don't think the only one that's free of a Zoc is Charlie. I think Charlie hex is free of Zoc. So, but you can move people into the hex with the third 115 because it costs you +2, but you'll be able to move into there. But I suppose the other guys are kind of stuck really. I'm not sure they can go anywhere.
Yeah, I can't move because I'm moving out of a Zoc into another Zoc.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Unless I leave somebody behind.
Yeah.
Or is that retreating?
What's that?
You said holding the line. That's to do
Yeah,
with.
so holding the line is you could you could move to another hex and not cost you +2, but that still doesn't mean you can move hex to hex, zoc to zoc. That doesn't help you. It just means you don't get the +2 when you do it. When you're leaving a hex in a zoc, normally it's +2 movement points to do it. If you leave a
Right.
unit in the hex, you don't get the +2, but you're still restricted that you can only move from a zoc to a non-zoc
So
hex.
those three piles on the right-hand side, 3/16 and
Let me just zoom in here.
3/18 and the 745, they can't move.
No, no. All the tank companies, effectively nothing can move
Yeah,
except for the Rangers in what is it,
over there. Yeah,
next to 1501, and the
yeah,
third one 15th 29th above it.
yeah.
As long as the Rangers move out of a zoc, so they move to 1501, then that's
So
fine.
they
The
go
one
here.
they can go there, and that'll cost them 4 because they're leaving a zoc.
Yeah, I see. Right.
Yep. And
Um,
that's pretty much all they can. I mean, they can go down the bluff, but I don't think that's a good idea. You could bring the 115th, this third of the 115th, up over the bluff. That costs you all your movement points.
yeah, that leaves then that hex free for something else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you may be able to shuffle something out of the dog green hex, I suppose. But that's as far as then you can go.
Yeah.
But you're at least expanding, I suppose. So
So it's best to go along the bluff or come down to 1552.
I with that battalion, I'd go up. I'd go up the bluff and over. I'd take the hex that the ranger was in. I'd move into where the ranger was, and you're off the beach.
You mean here?
Yeah, I think that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Well,
Now, what
yeah.
you could do is now move any counters from Dog Green up to Charlie, if you wanted to, because you're leaving a Zoc, but you're going into not a Zoc. So it's like you've done a kind of daisy chain move. The Rangers
Yeah, so
moved one, the battalions moved one, and now something can shift across the beach. So you can do both of them or one of them. Doesn't really matter. I mean, what you could do is you could take the company here, and you move to Charlie, and that's only one movement point because you're holding the line on the beach where you were, and he can continue to move along the beach, I suppose. Might be maybe moving to 1401.
So leave this.
Yeah,
Italian.
if you leave that guy and just move the company and move that there, then that's not bad. I mean, it takes away from your strength to attack my strong point above you, but at least it takes some territory, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
we're expanding out as well, aren't we? So, and it's not a lot.
Oh, hi, Chris. Oh, he's at Wembley. Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
yes, just to
right,
let just to let you know, there's apparently a slightly important football match going on in about an hour and a half's time. So, well, Rough's feeling a bit rough anyway, and
I am. I've caught my son's cold, lurgy, so I'm feeling a little bit under the weather.
So we won't be going for too long. And anyway, I want to watch the football.
Get comfy.
Which will be in an hour and a half's time. So we won't go on for an extended period this evening. Anyway, back to where we were.
Yeah. Right, this one here, the 3/16 on the right hand side, in just off of Fox.
Yes.
Can I move him along?
I think
I'm going into another Zoc, aren't I?
Yes, I think the Zoc extends down onto the beach, even though it's a cliff. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they can shoot down to that from there, can't they? So
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That appears then.
Now you could move. Remember, we stacked that Ranger underneath phase 1. That could now move onto Fox, I think, because there's space for him.
Where are we? Here. Plop.
Yeah.
So we've got.
So that's okay. So That's
I'm just
6
checking
stacking
out
points there now.
246, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what you could do in the other, I don't suppose you'd do it in easy green, but maybe easy red, you might want to do it. You could move one of those full battalions on, and you could eliminate that the company just to get it out of the way. I mean, I don't know.
That's a bit
You,
hot. I see what you're saying. We're building up
yeah,
the strength. It's only a 1-2-6.
Suddenly it's a much tougher stack than the attack factor of 3. It becomes a 7. But you have the option of doing this. And,
Okay, that sounds good to me.
yeah.
So I've plopped that on there. Now, what
Yeah.
happens to this
The
company?
company goes to the eliminated units, and we'll put a step loss marker on the chart.
Let me find that. Let me just come down. It's over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up here.
Over here.
Yeah, it's eliminated units books.
Oh yeah. Plop.
And then
there. Yeah.
click the infantry step losses up by 1.
Well,
there's two counters.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's
an
two
armor
there,
counter there as well. Yeah.
There we are. Right. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's probably all your movement, really. I can't see that you're able to do anything else. So, and then you could shuffle another counter into phase 1 from phase 2. So you can get a stack of 4 in phase 1 again. Just pick one of the units.
There's only 2 there, isn't there now?
Is there only 2 or there's 3? Oh yeah, it's 2. So you can just stick 2 forward because we've got the Rangers on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought. Let's stick the big boys on. 1.
Okay.
2.
Okie doke.
And can we shuffle those forward as well from 3 to 2?
Yep.
What we've got there? We've got, well, I'll have our artillery and yeah, another. Oh, actually, let's put another artillery on there. Right.
Okay.
And can I fill up anything on phase 3?
No, that's
no.
it. That's it for the moment.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what you do at the night. You fill things up at the night time, and then they stream forward during the turns, and then you build them up again at night. Is the idea. Okay, so that's the movement phase. So now it's the combat phase. So things have changed considerably. Now it's a combat results table we use on odds, but there is the and it's probably something you want to do anyway. There is what's known as mandatory combat. So if you are in beach, this is relevant, farmland or open, then you are required to attack everything you're adjacent to. Okay? Okay. Every enemy unit that is in their ZOC must be attacked in some way. Now, sometimes you can use artillery to just do attacks and bombardments on their own, but you haven't got any artillery on the land anymore.
Coming, but not yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you can only attack hex by hex. So you can't attack 2 of my hexes or something like that with a single unit. You can only attack 1 of my hexes at a time. So if we go from left to right, everybody adjacent to, well, somebody has to attack my strong point in Herville-sur-Mer, yeah, with the company in front, yeah. With the that combined. So it's probably now the other thing is you'll need to attack the strong point, which is the 3-factor strong point, which is a couple of hexes down the beach. So it's whether you want to. I mean, there's no point in not doing the battalions that are next to only that strong point. So you might as well do those. But what you want to do with the guys on dog white, which direction they want to actually do their attacks. It's how you want to how you want to distribute their strength It's up to you.
I think yeah, you're quite right. I think I'm going to use those 226s there from the 115th, 116th to attack your strong point, and then
Yeah,
use that battalion.
yeah.
Although two
I,
battalion, you need to attack the stronghold 3.
I'm just wondering whether, I mean, it's a not a great odds attack. I'm just wondering, with when you move those rangers, you move them out and it costs you 4. You could move them down the road to come back in and be able to fight. Um,
Oh, what, during that movement
yeah,
phase?
into 1601. Yeah, it may be worth doing that to
Yeah,
give
so
yourself
that's
a
what
little bit
I mean.
extra.
I've got enough movement points,
Yeah, you've got 6 movement points, so it was 4 to get to the hex you're in.
and
Um,
roads, are they like half as normal, or what are they normally?
yeah, but
Half.
it's 2 anyway to move in there, so you just move in. You've got enough movement points even if the road wasn't there. But yes, roads are 1. That type of road is 1. The red roads are halved. So
Right.
that's probably looks a
Moving
bit
to a
better.
Zot costs how much?
Move into
Nothing.
doesn't cost anything. It's only
Moving
living.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
let's top that up, shall we? So
that's fine.
I have 6 defense. Oh,
Right.
actually, thinking about it, maybe that's not a good idea
I know what
because
you're doing.
yeah, sorry,
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm catching up with this as well. I haven't played it for a while. That might not be a good idea because then you are forced to attack the company that's behind it. Yeah, the one
yeah,
behind it. So maybe that's not a good idea. Yeah, leave him where he was. Yeah, sorry about that.
that's
Okay,
all
so
right.
I've got 6 defense.
You're
Uh,
teaching me,
so is that?
and I've got. You're teaching me the game, so you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah. Sorry, it's just hang on a minute. That's wrong. That doesn't work. Okay, so you've got I've got 6 in defence. You have 2, 4, and anything you're coming out of dog white. I don't know what you're adding in.
Oh, I think what we got here, 2, 4. Um,
I think you probably need to get at least a 1-to-1, otherwise it's not a very good table.
2, 4. So that's all right. Let's use the 2 underneath that one. Yeah. Um,
I can't see it. I can't inspect your stacks. The vassal
oh
module
no,
stops me from doing
1.
it. So okay, yep. So 2, 4, 6.
So that's a 1-to-1 now.
It is now a 1-to-1. So you don't have any tanks, so you don't have the option of combined arms. So how combined arms work is you qualify it if you have tanks and infantry fighting, but then
Right.
you actually apply. You can get a +1, but you can apply it after you roll the dice. So you can choose whether to use it or not. So it's quite flexible. It's
Oh,
quite nice, quite flexible. But you don't have any tanks there. So so we're on a 1-to-1. The bluffs.
oh here. Oh,
Yeah, you're not exclusively up the bluff, so I don't think you get up the bluff.
oh
The
am I up?
negative for that. I am in just. Oh,
Well, this one, the one on the right hand side, the
okay.
116, is fighting up the bluff, isn't it? Is there a negative for that? It's not
Yeah,
on.
but you've got something attacking that's not going up the bluff,
So
so
that's okay.
that's okay. So I'm just looking at what I've got underneath. So I'm a village, which a village is a -1, and the village is in farmland, which is another -1. And I think villages actually accumulate the terrain. The terrain effects is accumulating. Yeah, villages and
in
towns are
-1.
cumulative with underlying terrain, so that'll be a -2 because of the terrain. The bluff
Because
doesn't
it's
count.
farmland. Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's
Farmland.
farmland and village together.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So looking at the other dice roll mod, if we've done terrain, it's not in a night turn. You aren't recon units. It's not heavy rain. It's not storm. Division quality we're not playing because it's an optional rule.
Right.
You're not tanks defending on their own in a city or town. You aren't eligible for command arms. There's no ground support air points. There are no air points in this particular scenario. Normally you'd have it. There's no flooded marsh, and quality we're not playing. So that would be it. That would be... so it's a 1-to-1 -2. Doesn't sound very impressive, does it?
Doesn't sound great, does it? But we've got play more games, higher, and crossing obstacles as well.
Hello.
So hi.
Hi guys. Thanks for coming.
Where are we? So
it's a
-2.
D10.
D10.
Yeah, minus.
Here we go. You ready?
That might hurt.
9.
9 goes to
9.
a 7. On a 1-to-1 is a 1/R. So that means you take a loss and I have to retreat. Okay.
Ooh.
However, because I'm a strong point, I can convert retreats into losses. Let me look here. That's a 3. That's a 3. I am going to take the strength point, the strong point, as a loss and stay there.
Right.
Ooh,
okay.
Actually, am I? Yeah. Yeah.
Can you click your map? Because I'm over at the eliminated units.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about. Actually, looking at it, I don't think you're mandated to attack strong points on their own. If there was a unit there, you would need to. So therefore, I might take a loss on that battalion instead. Let me just check this. Sorry.
What are you saying? I'm not obliged to.
So if you're adjacent to a strong point, that doesn't oblige you to attack it unless there's another unit with it.
Right.
Strong points, annoyance.
I'm going to attack everything. We've got to get the boys along the beach and up.
Sure,
up the
absolutely.
bluff.
But you're not obliged to. I just want to check that so that we're
okay.
some way.
Oh dear, oh God. Excuse my sniffing and that. Not feeling too great.
Yeah. Allied units are not obliged to attack adjacent hexes containing only strong points and or coastal artillery. So fine. So you're not obliged. That was the only hex you were obliged to attack.
Take the other strong points.
I'm going to bring the strong point back. And I'm going to take a loss. I'm going to turn that into a company and send that to the eliminated box. Okay, so that was me converting a retreat into a loss, and you took a loss as well from something.
Have I not done that?
I don't know.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I think, wasn't there a company in Dog White? There was two things stacked there.
Oh yeah, right. Yes, it's now.
Oh, it's underneath. All right, no, you haven't moved anything. No.
No, it's only that one that attacked, wasn't it?
I think it was the 2 factor that attacked. Actually, I think it was the battalion, wasn't it? So
yes,
one of those 3 226s convert into a company, which is a 126. So you can use the menu to do that.
I see. Well, right click.
Yeah. Place breakdown company, I think it is.
Place marker. No.
Yeah. Place marker, and then the sub menu should have the company.
Place infantry breakdown company.
Yeah.
Plot.
Okay. So then you send the battalion to the eliminated units box.
Let's try and get it. There we are. Move that there for a sec. Put it on top so I know where it is, and then we can never. This is the thing with these. I can never do it fast enough. All right, we're getting there.
Yeah, just to get in there. You can use the menu to send it to the eliminated box, eliminated unit.
Can I?
Box.
Oh,
yeah.
Right, that's and
there's a way to do it.
Losses move up another one. Is that
right?
They
do. Yeah, actually, mine do as well. Just realised. So I think I've got. Where is mine?
that's better.
Yeah, so my step losses goes up by 1 as well because it was an infantry unit. Okay. Right, so that's that combat. Do you want to attack the 3, or it might be an idea to ignore the 3 and put everything into the 4, maybe?
It's a big thing, isn't it? Mind
Yeah.
you, I've got
You've got a lot to put in there, but there's not a lot up against that 3, and you're behind a bluff, so that will be another -1. Let me just remove the. Yeah, it's a village up a bluff, so that's -2 there. So it might be worth just concentrating on the 4.
Yeah, so that's 3, 6, 7. That'd be 14, won't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't see your units because I'm
Oh,
locked out.
yeah, it's 14. The 3 stacks
Yes.
surrounding that 4
Yep.
stronghold. Let me
Okay.
just check. 2 and a 1 in the first one, so that's 3. The one with the tank, that's 4, so that's 7. And the one with the 5, 4, 6, and another 7, that's 14. Yes.
Right. What's under the tank? Is it another tank? Oh no, it's a.
No, it's an
that's fine.
infantry.
Okay, so 14 to 4. So that would be a 3 to 1.
Right.
Okay. On the terrain,
-2, you said.
you're going up a bluff. So that's -1, and that's it because it's actually open terrain up at the top there. However, because your tank is across a bluff, it can't give you combined arms. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because you can't get up there.
Yeah.
So it's just contributing its standard factors. So it's 3 to 1, -1.
Okay. That's a D10 again, yeah?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Whoa. A 10.
Get in, boys.
10, that's a 9. A 9 on a 3 to 1 is -2. So that strong point dies. Yep, that's done. Now you can advance,
right,
but the tank can't.
Why? Why? Because
you can't go up the bluff.
No, but there's a little hole in the one. I mean, does everything have to advance after combat?
You can only move into the hex that you attacked. There's no exploitation or anything like this.
Right,
you just go 1 hex, and so to get the tank to get up there needs to cross the bluff, and it can't do it.
Yeah.
But the infantry units could, and again stacking of 6. So it'd be good to clear the beach a little bit.
We could put those there. Yes.
No, because you didn't attack that hex.
Put those there.
Yes, that's 3.
That's
That's 6. Right. So that's all that can advance.
Yeah. We've got a clear hex now.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So, do you want to attack the 2 near St. Honorine des Perles?
I think so.
Okay. So I have a defensive 2.
3, 4, 5, 6 in the first stack. 8.
8 for 2 is 4 to 1.
4 1.
I am in farmland. Let's just check. Farmland and a bluff. So that's -2. So 4 to 1 -2.
4 to 1 -2. Let me get me. Here we go then. 6. Oh, that's a good.
So that becomes a 4. Or 4 to 1 is probably good enough. That's an
it's a retreat.
It's a retreat, so he dies. And you may advance.
Can you click your map?
Oh, sorry.
All right, that's it. Lovely, thanks.
Yep.
So that's how many. Best, I suppose, to.
Is there a tank underneath a ranger?
Let's have a look. Yes.
Yeah. So he can't advance because the draw is in the wrong place.
So we could.
The ranger and the ranger can come up.
And that one. So that's that's 4. And that's too many. That's a 3.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay.
Oh, unless I did it round the other way.
Okay. You could move the 226 if you wanted to. Yeah.
Like that. That's
Yep.
5. Yeah.
Yep. That's
Is that
fine. That's
right?
brilliant. Yep.
Okay.
No problem. Cool. Okay. So that is, I think it's your combat phase. So now you have a mechanized movement phase. So anything with a yellow movement factor, yellow background movement factor, can move half their movement now. Anything with a blue factor can move their full movement allowance now.
Have I got anything with a blue?
No. Well, you've got recon units, but you haven't landed them yet.
They're not there.
No. So your tank units can move again.
So this duplex tank on easy green.
Don't worry about DD means nothing now. They're just tanks. Yeah.
No, I just you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is that can move? That's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many is that?
So that would be 1. You're going on the beach.
1. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I move into the town? No. Can I move off, can't I?
So going through a draw,
village,
I think you're going into farmland and a village. A village doesn't count, so farmland would be 2. So yes, you could.
Yeah, just do it. If it's 3, then that's oops, and that's my 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Now your other tank unit can move as well.
Yeah. Where's that? Over here, isn't it? So we can't move in because there's an. So if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have put that there. Can't move him anymore.
Okay. Yes, you're a bit. Yes, you're congested again. But he's in the right place to move.
I would have left one of those behind, so I could have moved the tank up into.
Well, do that if you like. Do that if you like.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. We can do it next turn. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that's your player turn, and then it's over to me. So.
You get.
Yeah. So I flip my artillery units over. Which I don't have any to flip over. That's true. Again, I should have used my artillery units. I keep forgetting to do it.
That's a shame.
Yeah. And then I get my movement phase. So
Jester's in the house. Hi, Jester.
Hey. All right.
What are you going to be doing?
Yeah. Okay. So let's start from the back forward, shall we? He's too far away, so he needs to move forward. So he'll go 1, 2, 3. Probably to there. 4.5. No, let's be brave. Let's go to normal veal, and he flips over because he's moved. He's an artillery unit. Over here. This infantry unit 1, 2, 3, 4 to the forest.
That's obviously going to be a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, so I don't have to attack when I'm in a forest, you see, because
I suppose you're hidden, aren't you? So
yeah,
it's up to you.
Just move that one there.
What is that blue 1?
So that's that's a flak unit. So when we've got air points, if you try and attack me with air points, we're near that, it will get an anti-aircraft shot.
It's amazing, really, with my limited, relatively speaking to yourself and other people, that these things crop up in many games. That blue, for instance, crops up in Nations at War. Where a blue thing is a flak gun. It's
it's kind of a sort of Luftwaffe colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lots of things are similar in lots of different games. It's just interesting from that point of view for me. Right,
yes.
Sorry.
Yes. So I've got that up there. Right. Just want to check something. So, the Germans have an extra replacement facility. Just checking. It's something I
And
can
Jeff
use.
is asking if you can save in the files for the game.
Yeah, so I'll save this one as a different to the start. So yeah, you can get. Yeah, so the previous one I can send to you, and when we finish this one, I'll send you that one as well. I overwrote the original setup, unfortunately. So sorry about that. Okay.
This at the moment for a monster game doesn't seem too bad rules wise. I know there's lots of rules. You're doing it for me and all that sort of thing and teaching me.
Yeah,
But
so
yes,
so it's not relevant for you at the moment, but for me, supply is relevant. So I need to be within 20 hexes, 20 movement points of. A division HQ has to be in supply of a core HQ within 20 movement points, which I think I am.
where are they?
Down here. My core HQ is way down in St. Lo. I'm going to be moving him, but I think I check whether my division is just division HQ. The 352nd is just within. Then a division's unit is in supply with 20 line of supply up to 6 hexes or 6 movement points to a friendly supply source or to the unit's HQ. My supply sources. What are my supply sources? German supply sources. All highway or road hexes on the east or south map that lead off the map. And will supply from any friendly control city hex, Bayo, and other ones which aren't on the map here. So I can supply from Bayo or I can supply from the 352nd. 6.
You've got nothing in Bayer.
No, but it's a supply source for me.
It's just the town
as a source. So 6 hexes or movement points. From there, I'm supplied. So actually, a couple of my guys up at the top aren't supplied now. So let me just make sure I'm making any errors here. All highway road hexes on the edge, right? Okay. Yeah, so there's a few out of supply here. So that guy is out of supply. That guy's out of supply. So movement allowance and attack strength is halved. Can't receive replacements. Can't use strategic movement. So, but on defence, it's not really a big deal because I'll be defending here anyway. I want to make it a lot of difference. That guy is out of supply. Oh, I can't make him out of supply. Anyway, it's not going to be that relevant. These guys are okay. That guy. Oh, he's in supply. Sorry.
Cool. You can put a template on there, can you, to see?
Yeah, cool. For the supply range, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he's I'm just see if I can. And the guys over here, they're within range of Bayo. You can't put a supply range on Bayo, but they're within 6 hexes or 6 movement points on that side. Strong point. People in strong points are automatically supplied as well. So he Oh, I've got some stuff here. He isn't. So he's out of supply as well. Okay. Let's turn that off. So this guy go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 to there.
Hi, Tony.
2,
Tony's
3,
in.
4, 5, 6 to there.
I've only ever used a D10 so far. I don't know if there's there are other there's D6s, but I've just used.
It's just a D10, I think. There are sixes for some of the smaller tables. So
Right.
things like airdrops and stuff like that.
Okay. What sort of game would you call this? Trees? Is it, you know, compared to say like the MMP ones, you know, like the OCS, the BCS, and
so this is definitely operational.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
definitely
of the
operational.
supply.
Yeah, indeed. That's +2. Actually, I won't put him there. He'll go 6 to there. 1, 2, 3. He might go there actually. Oop. Oh, I'm there. This guy's going to move. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Flip over. That division will come up. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 to there. Oh, go on, it's an off battalion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up to there. And okay, so hold on. These guys haven't moved yet. Well, they got half movement, so I think they'll just go back to there. Okay, so that's my movement. Let me
Okay.
just check I haven't missed anybody over in Bayo. No, everybody's moved. That's great.
Excuse me.
Okay, so I'm just going to do one attack, which is against your
I don't
tank.
think you need to do any attacks.
No?
Please.
No?
No, just
Okay.
let me have my go. Right.
All right, okay.
What are you attacking?
So I'm going to attack that tank battalion.
Thought you might.
Okay, so that's 5 attacking you, plus I will
Yep.
put in this 155 artillery, 150 artillery unit here, full factors. Flip him over, down by Port en Bassin.
Right.
It's got 12 hex range, so you can get there.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got 1 battalion in, so I can put in 1 artillery unit. Okay, so it's always how many battalions are in your attack is the limit of how many artillery units you can put in. So that's 5, that's 9. I don't think I can do any more than that. You are in a farmland hex, I think, is it?
Let me just move it
village
across.
village farmland.
Yeah.
So that's a -2. Your attack
Do you round up
alone.
fractions or the odds?
No. So at the moment it's 4-1 -2. I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's roll the dice, a d10, and see what happens. 4-1.
Well, throw a 1. 5.
5
Oh, what's that?
goes to a 3. A 3 is a 1/R. So you have to retreat, which means you'll have to go back down the draw. I will lose the company.
Right. So, like most games, you can't retreat. Yes, you have to retreat away from.
You can't go into a Zoc unless there's no other option, and you'll take a step loss if you do.
Right, so we're back there.
Yes. This company will be eliminated, and I'll just do the step loss. But at least the tank unit didn't die.
No, just move back a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll advance into that village. And then I've got a mech movement phase. Oh, I forgot to move my Panzerjägers. I'll move them now.
No, you don't want to move.
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, I'll move them now because I forgot to move them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's the only place I wanted to go anyway. Yeah, so that's my turn. Okay, so that's mech. There is no other mech, is there? No, that's the only mech unit I have in the whole game. Right, so that is the PM done. So now we get on to the night of the 7th. So we move on to the night of the 7th.
This big pile, I assume, is reinforcements.
They are.
Are they coming in now, are they?
Yeah, so they'll be available now, yes. So you may want to organise them somewhere floating around somewhere.
So they're like the other ones floating around. They've got to join in.
So it's stuff. I think you put them wherever you like, where's convenient. I mean, I only put them where they're floating at the moment just because it looked convenient, but up to you. So in the night turn, so there's an interface. So the first thing is weather determination. So let's do that. The weather is a dice roll, as I remember. Weather table. So it's just a 2d6. Do you want to roll for it? It's very relevant for you.
2d6. Here we go.
You want
5,
high.
5, 10.
That's good. Partly cloudy, which I think it was anyway. Oh no.
Yeah.
It was overcast. It's now partly cloudy. That's not really relevant because you're not. It gives you a certain number of air points and combat supply points, but we don't use those in the scenarios. It doesn't mean. It was only if it was really bad weather would it mean anything to us. Yeah. So regular unit. Yes, regular unit combat uses a D10. That's correct,
Yeah.
Jester. Even though the chart actually goes from 0 to 12, it actually does have a little sort of D10 little symbol in the corner. So, right, done that. Mulberry Harbour construction we don't have to worry about. Cherbourg port destruction we don't have to worry about. Naval movement we don't have to worry about. So there's no naval units in this scenario. Replacement reinforcement phase. So you've got your reinforcements.
I'm sorting them out as we speak.
Yeah.
Sort of. Right. Okay. So,
Okay.
actually, this is where I fill up the gaps now. Is it on the phases?
Yes. You will do that. I don't get any reinforcements, so I'm just going to sulk. Steeler! Good to see you. Just for people who've only just joined, we've got a hard stop at 8 o'clock our time, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. your time, and the reason why it's early is there's a rather unremarkable football game going to go on in about an hour's time, which I suppose I'd better go down and have a look, see if it's any good. And Rough's feeling a bit rough as well. So
I'm feeling a bit rough. I've caught my son's cold. He brought that home from school, and I'm feeling grotty. So all I can do though is I've only got
2 spots to fill up. Yes, it's
now. What do we bring in?
Traffic.
We bring in. I think we might want to bring in an HQ.
Yeah, that might be good.
And is there one for the other ones? Might as well bring in the 2 HQs then.
Yeah, that's good to get you some ability to go somewhere. So you'll notice that some of them are a bit different coloured now. Okay.
Yeah.
There's particularly like a rather nice artillery unit there you just pulled there, which has got a white symbol. So there's no colour on it. So when it's no colour, it's not a divisional unit. It's a corps unit. So it's under the 5th Corps. Yeah, the one you just moved there. Okay.
Yeah.
That is also, if you look at way across near Fox, there's the 987/V11 artillery unit, which is a mechanized artillery unit. It's a 4.6. That has no colour coding. If you look just below it, there's the 78th/2A, which is has a sort of orangey background to the 2A. So that's a unit of the 2nd Armoured Division. But
on the Fox. Sorry, say that again. On the Fox line.
So two hexes right of the Fox box. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
On my ring.
Yeah. So you've got a 987/V11 unit. No, not that far. The one next to it.
Yeah.
20 hex range. That's a hell of an artillery unit. It's a long tom.
Oh right.
Okay.
So
that has no colour in it as well. And if you look at the unit below, which is also an artillery unit, that's got a 2A with an orange background. So the orange colour is 2nd Armoured Division. That's what the 2A means. Whereas the V11 means 7th Corps. So that, like the artillery unit, which has got a white background, that is also a corps unit. Okay. So when you want to use core units, or other divisions units, or independent units, you need to supply them either from the corps or from a division which they are attached to. And what you need to do is at the start of your turn is to allocate that attachment to each division. So they're allowed 3 other units attached to their division. Okay. So for example, on the 29th, if you do attack on the 29th and you've got a load of artillery units, you can use any of your blue artillery units because they're inherently part of the division. But you can only use white artillery units if you've previously attached them to that division. And if you have, they can't be used for the big red one, for the 1st Division. You see what I mean? So you need to do that organisation, okay, for white units. Now, also your companies are white units. Even though they're inherently yours, because of the inefficiency of you having a company, they are attached as well. So these companies are annoying because they chew through your attachment limits. Okay, because you've only got 3 per division you can do. So there's quite a lot of unit messing about here. Now, you don't have to attach a unit. It's just if you don't attach it, it just it's out of command. And when you're out of command, I'll have to look it up.
Well, it's all a bit much to take in at the moment.
Yes, sure. So, but just be careful of that.
So
if you stick to your red and your blue units, then you'll be fine.
Right.
The other thing is that the second armoured units, these orange ones, and also the green ones at the top, which is 2nd Infantry Division, I don't believe you actually get the HQs for those. So they're effectively independents.
Right.
And you can kind of borrow them from your 2 main divisions. I might be wrong, but I don't think the HQs come in. Maybe the 2nd Infantry Division does, but the 2nd Armoured doesn't. So they're kind of independent. So they're as if they're white for purposes of this scenario. Anyway, right. So you've stacked up your reinforcements there into your phase.
I'm getting more on the phase track.
Okay. So the next thing is replacements. Okay. So there's a chart which we both roll on to find out how many replacements we get. And I believe on this scenario, because it's quite small, we only get half the number we roll. Let me just check that. I think that's, yeah, half rounded down. So you need to roll on, you don't have this table, I didn't send it to you, but it's not very sophisticated. Yeah, so yeah, don't worry about it. So so you roll a d10, higher the better.
Rolling a d10.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's 2.
So you get 1 armor replacement and 2 infantry replacements. So you just add that to that track that is near where the step losses are.
Oh, hold on. What am I looking at now? Oh, replacements. So
yeah.
So we get 2 infantry.
Yes, and 1 armor.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So you can now use those.
Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, you can replenish reduced on-map units, or you can rebuild eliminated or broken down units, as in ones which are flipped. Okay. So to do this to a unit, it must be in general supply. So that means it must be within 6 of an HQ, or actually on the beach at Fox Red. Okay. You can do it even if you're in an EZOC, and that's to strengthen a unit that's already there, to build a battalion size unit that's eliminated. Each replacement point restores a step, and place the unit adjacent to its division HQ or core HQ that's not in an EZOC. So at the moment you can't really rebuild things yet. You haven't got the space, you haven't got the HQs to do it. Okay. If you get replacements, you can still have your turn, so it doesn't restrict you from moving or anything like that. Okay. So you can use those. I roll on my table. So June, mine's a rather sad table. I rolled a 10. Actually, that's an amazing roll. I get 2 armor and 2 infantry, no, 3 infantry, which is, I mean, that's 2 more than if I rolled a 9. So that's
it's good.
So that was a very, very good roll. So that's 3 infantry and 2 armor. Can't really do much with the armor, I'm afraid, but there you go. But I got the 3 infantry. So so what could I do here? Right. I can't do anything about my companies because I can't rebuild from them because they need to be next to the HQ and they're not. Who have I got in the lost box here? The eliminated box. Got loads of... Am I meant to have those there? Oh yeah, there we go, that one. There we go, that one's available. Can't build back strong points, of course.
No.
So I can bring this guy back and rebuild him. Oh god, I left him behind.
So just to explain again, I can rebuild stuff in the eliminated box.
Yeah, but you need to place it in a hex adjacent to one of your HQs that is not in an EZOC.
So I haven't got any HQs on.
So you can't use them for that, but you can use them to strengthen supplied units, even if they're in an EZOC, by building them up again. So the companies are so things that are flipped over you could flip back.
I can rebuild a battalion, a company into a battalion again.
No, so companies need to be next to an HQ as well if you want to build them further. But battalions that are flipped, you can.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So companies, as if they're just like another RP sitting in the hex. So if you're going to rebuild a unit, you need to be next to the HQ.
Right, which I'm not. But for instance, the two reduced battalions above Verville-sur-Mer, I could rebuild those. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to be in supply. Let me just check how that works on the beach.
I thought I was in supply on the beach until I move inland.
Well, your supply source is easy red, isn't it?
Yeah.
So allied supply. Each beachhead is an allied supply source. Allied units trace the beachhead at the end of the beachhead queue. And must trace last person. Allied units may trace a line of supply to any beachhead. Yeah, and where are you? Yeah, so if you're within 6 hexes or 6 movement points, whichever you want to count, of the beachhead marker. So it's actually the beachhead marker.
Oh, so we've got to count up the phase hexes
as
well, yeah?
So, no, to the beach hex at the end of the queue. So just to yeah. So yeah. So if you're within 6, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, yeah, you could flip those over.
Right, and how many have I got to do? I've got...
well, you added those to your remnant ones, so you currently got 4 infantry and 2 armour, but your armour is companies anyway. I think you can probably restore stuff that's in the queue. So I think you've got a flipped artillery battalion in the queue. You could add an armour to him, but the companies are awkward. You need to wait for HQs to appear to build them back into battalions.
What have we got here? Yeah, there's some in the queue here, isn't there? I'm just thinking maybe I should rebuild these battalions up so I've got
that on that side, give you a bit of power, bit of combat power. Yes, sure, indeed. I'm just building this guy back up.
So I've got 4 units. Is that what you're saying?
You can 4 steps. Yep.
So I could flip that one over.
So I'm building this battalion back up to full strength. That's going to cost me 3 infantry.
2. Let's move that across. So I've done 2. So I assume I move that down. How many I've used? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 more.
I'm just going to nip across and do mine as well. So I'm at my replacements down to 0. Okay, back as you were.
You flip the map. Click the map rather.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. Oh, just.
Yep.
No, didn't work. Let me. Oh, there, I found it.
Oh, so a lot of people in the chat are supporting Italy. Well, there's loyalty for you, eh?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Sod the lot of you. I'm in the stream now.
Let's just flip those over. Right, I've done mine. One, 2. Oh, no.
Steeler doesn't care about the final. Well, that's fine. I don't generally care about the Super Bowl, so there you go. However, my children do. They're really into the Super Bowl. They stay up for it.
Yeah, it's on a silly time, isn't it? I used to watch it.
Yes. Yes, it's 3-0 Italy, so no need to stop.
Yeah, carry on.
Oh,
yeah.
is it? Oh, is it? Is it
Take the note. Take the note.
Is it? It's probably 4 by now. Well, I probably need to give them a head start before we kick the ball. Right, how are we doing?
I've flipped all mine. I flipped my battalions over.
Yeah.
So I've got a bit more push forward.
Yep, so that's the replacement reinforcement. So there's no air allocation, so we ignore that. So we've got a knight player turn. So so we have an engineering phase, which I'm not sure would be a lot relevant to do there, to be honest.
No, I don't think I've got any.
So that's bridge destruction, bridge repair, or I could build entrenchments. So my engineer.
Yeah, I don't think I've got any on at the moment.
So I could try. I have an engineer here near Vieilleville-sur-Mer. Yeah. Yeah, it's really not worth bothering because it has to sit there for an entire day to produce an entrenchment. So I don't think that's particularly relevant.
Nothing else. Right.
Okay, so I won't do any of that. So beyond the engineering, flip artillery units back up. Well, it's your artillery units, but you don't have any on board yet. Then it's your knight movement phase. So you have a movement phase, and there is a knight combat phase, though there are minuses. The good thing about knight is it doesn't force you to attack adjacent if you're in beach, farmland, or open.
Right.
That removes that requirement.
I can't do a lot of movement because of these Zocs. I can't push forward. I'm going to have to eliminate units before I can move forward. Yeah. Which is standard practice.
You're able to shuffle along, aren't you?
I can shuffle, along to the left.
Yeah. The other thing is that you at night you were halved. Your movement is halved, rounded up.
These are professional soldiers. They're not sort of going round on their hands and knees, going, "Oh, okay, no, that's terrible." So
yeah, I'm not halved. I'm the professional soldiers. Thank you. It's only the allies.
Okay.
There's no mechanized movement as well at night.
Can I get rid of these moved?
Ard Wolf. Whoa. We have royalty.
Hardy.
Dolph Cap.
So can we get rid of these little moved? things on the corners.
Oh yes, just click that. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
There we
Sir.
go.
So, up the bluff.
Up, yeah.
That's right.
Are you
That
up the
doesn't.
bluff?
I'm going up the bluff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So
now this,
the non-Brits here might not actually appreciate the
the childishness of
reference.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, so this 126 company on the left here.
Yeah.
Shuffle along.
Yeah.
Which is that up
Up the bluff is all your movement points.
So we can move him there.
Yeah.
Then we can. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to shuffle along. I can't move forward because of this stuff in Verville-sur-Mer.
Yeah.
So again, mind you, I can only move him. He's got to come down onto the beach again, isn't he? This 546.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted to move, I'm not sure it's worth moving him, to be honest. If you want to move somebody, I think it's worth somebody from what is it, Dog Green Beach, going around the back of him, kind of thing.
Yeah, this one here, sort of thing.
Yeah, if you wanted to move somebody, but there's only one guy in that. There's only one guy in that hex.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd move them, to be honest. The blue ones. They're kind of where they need to be.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing forward, aren't they? So.
Yeah. You need to get Verville because that's the draw. You need the draw.
So really, there's not a lot of movement I can do apart from these three on the edge here on the right-hand side by Fox, on the bottom of Fox. We could move in.
Oh, Ardwell says, are you playing with the optional Ranger Commando rules? No. We're just playing the basic scenario, which actually excludes a whole load of rules. Things like the Navy, the aircraft, all that stuff is not used in this. So this is a sort of learning scenario. So no, we're not using that.
No, he's teaching me the game,
yeah.
Ardy. So yeah,
give me a break on the optional rules. I'll leave those out for the moment, I think.
Yeah, yes. Teach me the having trouble with the basics. Yeah. Right. So
as I always do.
Stacking of 6, isn't it? Could move him up the bluff there. Yes. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me just move that out of the way for a minute. Yeah. I'm going to move that there. We're going to move. Now, how many can we move here?
You've got 3 movement points with your infantry. Well, everything really. Everything's 6 movement points. You've got half.
Move into farmland, yeah?
Farmland's 2.
So I can just move him there?
Yep.
Can I move my tank now, or do I have to wait? Is there a mech?
No. No, there's no mech movement phase, so all you've got is half movement now.
So we can get up there through the little gap.
Yeah, that's 1 through the draw.
Oh, we can move again, can he?
Yep. You use 1 movement point, so the draw is like open terrain.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Right, okay, that's cleared some of the beach.
Right.
I think that might be it.
Yeah.
I think the rest is now combat.
Okay. Night combat. So, so you're not obliged. To say anything. To attack anything. Yeah. Any other? Okay, so is it automatic -1?
What, because it's night?
Because it's nighttime. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. And again, you're not obliged. Which is probably pretty good over on the Charlie area.
Yeah, because there's only So let's have a go down at Verville-sur-Mer with your infantry.
Defensive 5. No bluff because you're bypassing it, but it's -2 farmland and village. Just check that's correct. Yeah, and -1 for knight as well, so it's -3.
-3. We've got, what have I got here? I've got 10. Now,
12 maybe.
those. Sorry.
12 maybe. Depends if you
Maybe.
include.
Just thinking to use those other 2. Yeah,
Well,
I think
10 gets you 2 to 1. 12 doesn't help. So.
No, I won't then.
Yeah.
So I'll just do 10.
So that's 2 to 1
change.
-3. Ouch.
Here we go. 9. Yes.
Oof. So that's a 6. A 6 is an R. So I'm going to lose that company, so I don't have to retreat because it's a strong point. So I'll eliminate him, and I'll just go and click up my step losses. Was that it? It was a 6 was, yeah, -R, so you don't lose anything, but you're still stuck.
But I'm still there. I can't move.
Yep.
Yeah. Where are we? Hold on.
So Laurent-sur-Mer, I think.
Did you click the map?
Oh, okay.
That's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. So that's that. Now the next one will be St. Laurent-sur-Mer.
Yeah.
What we got here?
You've got defense of 6.
Yeah, 6. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15.
Oh, actually, it will be. That's a battalion there, so that will be. Let me just check something here. I think. Yeah, I'm going to fire the 4 HKAA coastal artillery.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, he's got 15 hex range. 1, 2. Yeah, he reaches. So that's an extra 2. So I'm going to be 8.
Right. So in which case then? On that Saint
Laurent-sur-Mer, yeah.
Yeah. So 10, 15. Well, I'm going to use the whole lot then.
Okay.
15.
15 to 8.
8.
Ooh, that's 3 to 2.
Oh.
3 to 2. Can squeeze another one out. No. No. Oh well.
No.
You didn't actually move some of your guys off the beach, by the way.
Oh, can you do the
yeah, so that they move. It's the first. Yeah, the phase 1 units can move on. It's just on every movement phase you get one of the stacks. The front stack can land if it can, kind of thing.
Yes, it can. They can go adjacent to
any beach hex adjacent to phase 1 of that beachhead.
So we can move
3.
That there. It's what is it? 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's just one there, isn't there? 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. There we go. Right.
Okay.
And these move down, don't they? 1, 2.
Can you not move on to easy green as well?
Easy green. Oh yeah.
So we put the 10 unit on there.
Lovely. Yeah. Right. So.
Okay. Back as we were. It's a 3 to 2.
Yeah. Just moving.
Yep. 3 to 2. Laurent-sur-Mer, it's clear, but it's a village, so that's -1, and it's -1 for night. So 3 to 2 -2.
Blimey. Whose
idea?
idea?
Yeah, there's no combined arms or anything like that. No. But you're not. There's no bluff though.
No.
No.
Here we go.
Yep.
6.
6 -2 is a 4. On 3 to 2 is no effect. Nothing happens.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. Next, yeah, Colleville-sur-Mer.
Yeah.
You've got what have you got there? Just 5. We've got. No, I used those, didn't I? So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
Okay. 7 versus 5.
Yeah.
Got any tanks? Off the beach, of course.
No,
The intention.
only on the bluff there. Can he fire? Yeah, they can fire up the
You can
bluff, can't
fire, but yeah, no. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you don't get the combined arms.
they? Yeah.
Oh, actually, maybe.
2, 4.
Just move that. Oh, it's a draw, so possibly. I think you do want to draw. Yeah. So yes, you do get combined arms there.
Good.
So
That's.
it sounds like a 1-to-1. I'm going to
Yeah.
fire another artillery unit.
Oh.
8 hex range. So I'm actually an 8.
So we're 3, 3 to 2 again, are we?
I'm 8. How much are you?
Got now 2, 4, 7. Oh.
So it's a 2 to 3.
Yeah.
2 to 3, -1 for night, -1 for farmland, and -1 for village. So it's a -3.
But with
this might hurt. And then you've got an option of adding a +1 if you want to, if you combined arms.
yeah, I think I would say so. -2 then, yeah.
Well, potentially a -3 or -2. You get to choose which one's best for you.
Oh, that's after I throw. Good.
Yes, that's right.
2. Oh my.
Oh,
Oh God.
that's a 0. I think you really do want a 1. Yes, you want. So that's a 2R. So you take 2 losses and you must retreat.
Don't like this game anymore.
No. Well, okay, maybe you can't roll the 9s, the 10s, the 6s, and the 8s. Especially when you do a 2 to 3 -3.
I know. Well,
the teeth
what am I
of some-
supposed to do? I've got to push forward. So
no, indeed, yeah, sure.
Otherwise, I'll get stuff on.
Night
So-
doesn't help either. No, indeed, that's right. So 2 losses.
I'll lose that. So that's going to go down to a company, isn't it? That 226.
Yeah, any of the 226s will drop to a company. Yeah, a 0 was a 3 loss.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So that's that.
So your combined arms was useful.
Move that. You know why I don't like Vassal very much. Right, so that is that right? That's going to go on the loss thing, isn't it? That goes on there. Move that up there. It goes over there, and the loss goes up. It's going to go up 2, isn't it? Because I'm going to lose 2. And the other one is what we're losing. What we got here? Got to lose. No, it wasn't that one, was it? It was this one. Oh, I can't. That's what I want to do. I can't change this down.
Which one is
This 226, red one.
what? The 116? The 316.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just switch.
Oh, hold on.
Switch
Hold on.
roles.
No, I found it.
Okay.
Infantry breakdown company.
Yeah.
Bang. Right, there we go. So
Okay.
that's going to just go there.
Let's go to the eliminated box.
Yeah, just
And that's 2 losses on your rem replacement.
Yeah,
on your
I've done that
stabilized
already.
track.
yeah.
Okay. And now you need to retreat.
Hold on, let me just get that across to the loss box. There we are. which one was it? All of them retreat,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't. So these will retreat. Can they retreat sideways like that?
Yes. Well, you should
Um,
you should go closer to a friendly supply source whenever possible. I suppose that
well,
might.
that is the same distance, isn't it? Regardless. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
closer.
if I'm going to start losing. If I overstack, I'm going to start losing units,
Yeah.
aren't I?
So. Yeah. So you'd prefer not to overstack. Yeah.
Yeah. 3. What we got here? 3. That's fully stacked. This is. Yeah, they're all full stacks. So
If
all
units must retreat into a friendly hex, which causes overstacking, retreating units must all retreat 1 additional hex. So
I'm on the beach.
you keep retreating. Well,
I
wherever you
can't.
can.
So these will go back here, and I'm massively overstacked. These will go back.
Did those fire?
Here.
I thought they fired on they combat in Saint
Oh,
Laurent-sur-Mer.
you're right, of course.
Yeah, so those guys are fine. I think you've just got the guys who are actually on easy red, aren't they? Those two.
Those two. So
yeah,
it's gonna overstack wherever I go. That's why I prefer cardboard. If this thing gets on my.
Yeah, so they probably go along the beach.
Yeah, but that's going to overstack. So if they go,
I think you keep moving.
Oh,
so
right.
You go to another hex, I suppose.
I get you. Right, there we go then. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
I've done that right.
Yeah. So it wasn't
great,
was it? Wasn't great. No, indeed.
I think move along, please.
Okay. So that's effectively your night turn.
Yeah. I don't like night.
Then it's my night turn. But seeing as we're on quarter 2, maybe we should hold it here.
Okay.
We're on to German night player turn of June the 7th. So that's what we'll play.
That was good.
Yeah. Okay. So it's starting to develop. Sorry, it's a bit of a short one tonight, and we're still organising a few things. But you can appreciate the flaming chaos there is on Omaha Beach, just trying to get off the damn thing. It's
and trying to push forward and then get pushed back, and
yes,
which stops even more stuff coming on. So yeah, and I get I'm learning the game. I'm not playing, the best tactics probably, but it's great fun.
Yeah, brilliant.
Omaha, great fun. But you know what I mean.
Lovely. So maybe we might continue this next Sunday as well. We'll see how things pan out. But yeah, hopefully we can continue on this. But I say you got lots of time. You need it's like another 3 days worth.
Yeah,
4 days effectively to get to where you need to be. But yeah, there's some progress at least.
Yeah. Not a lot, but there is some. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get a decent amount of your artillery on the board, then you can start doing massive attacks with those. Fresh battalions as well. Those 5-factor battalions, when they're fresh, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, thanks everybody for popping in and having a look.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone for putting up with me. Yeah. Being taught the game, so appreciate it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's been useful for you guys. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Steeler fans going to be supporting England. So yeah, you're back in my good books now.
I should think so too.
I should think so too. Right. Everybody have a good week. If I don't see you during the week, then we'll be back next weekend on Sunday evening. Last word to you. Rough?
Yeah. Oh, just to say thanks for putting up with me, please, and teaching me the game. Appreciate it, and thanks for the guys for staying and watching me baffle along with Vassal.
Sure.
We're getting better. So yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Right. See you next week. And as I understand it, I believe it's coming home. Bye for now.